Hi, everyone. Thank you for joining Parkinson Voice Project for today's online Speak Out Home practice session. My name is Samantha Allendary. I'm a speech language pathologist and the founder of Parkinson Voice Project. I'm here to help you establish and maintain a consistent home practice routine. I want to thank all of you who joined us for our celebration yesterday as we announced our first 16 Speak Out Therapy and Research Centers. If you missed it yesterday, don't worry, it's not too late. The video is on our website, and Lena will share that with you. Or it is at the very top of our website. You'll see a banner with a blue click here button. So I hope you will all take time to learn more about this project. It's really exciting. I have a wonderful photo to show you. Look at this beautiful photo. So we have named 16 universities as our first 16 Speak Out Therapy and Research Centers. In the photo are some of our Parkinson voice advocates standing in front of our building. And then you see Gwen Nolan, our grant development officer, in the front with me, and also Julie. So we're going to learn more about these centers today. Let's all take a sip of water and get some of our Speak Out exercises done. The first Speak Out exercise is the May, Me, My, Mo, Moo. Lift your voice and project it forward over your computer. Here we go. May, me, my, mo, moo. Lots of energy. Let's do it again. May, me, my, mo, moo. Don't let it trail off. Think about every syllable with intent. Let's do it again. May, me, my, mo, moo. Again. May, me, my, mo, moo. And one more time. May, me, my, mo, moo. We're keeping it strong all the way to the end. Think of running a race and you see that finish line and you don't slow down before you get to the finish line. You blow through it, okay? Think of that when you're talking. When you get to the end of your sentences, you're going to go all the way through that ribbon. You're not going to slow down. Take a sip of water, everyone. Yesterday, so we had the online announcement at 12 p.m. Central Time, and then we had a reception in the clinic where I gave the presentation there also, and I think this is so sweet. My husband had to leave towards the end of my presentation, and I wondered why he had walked out, and he shared with me later that he was just getting too emotional, thinking about what all of it means. And that's just so sweet. It's just been a project that we've been working on since 1999, and to now know that everyone with Parkinson's in 17 states across America will be able to receive treatment. We have therapists trained in other parts of America, definitely, but what makes the centers so special is that they're going to follow our model. They're not going to charge, so insurance, Medicare will not be an issue for patients in those states. And then also they'll specialize in online therapies so they can treat anybody, anywhere in that state, and that's pretty incredible. But I thought it was so sweet because I've never seen my husband get like that about the project. He does a lot of volunteer work and everything, and he just said it was just overwhelming yesterday. So thought that was sweet. Next exercise, the ahs. Open up your mouth wide and speak out. Ready? Ah. Good. Let's do another ah with intent. Ah. Don't let it trail off. Think of that finish line, making it all the way to the end. Let's do it again. Ah. Nice job. Let's do another one. Imagine you can see that flowing across your room. Ready? One more. Very good. It takes a lot of control to be able to produce that in a nice, clear voice. And if your voice is not clear, you really need to talk to your speech pathologist and let him or her help you with that. You never want to do these exercises if your voice doesn't sound clear. Take another sip of water. All right, the glides. I want you to project out a steady ah and then slowly glide up. Try to get as many of those little notes in there as you can. You don't want to jump from this note to that one. Okay, so you can listen to me first. Ah. So all those notes ready together. Very nice. Let's do it a little bit faster. That will make it a little bit easier. Here we go. Even though we're going up and down, the sound is always in front of you, flying over your computer. Let's do it again. Keep the mouth open, okay? Except when you're taking the break at the top. Let's do it again. And one more. One more. We can do it. Ready? Nice job. All right, we need some water. Let's get some water. Besides naming these 16 centers, plus Parkinson Voice, we awarded 364 program development grants to hospitals, universities, private practices, other rehab organizations across the U.S. and abroad. 70 of those grants went to international clinics. And so we are training speech pathologists as quickly as we can. Each of those program development grant sites received training for 2 speech pathologists and also therapy workbooks for their in-person groups. So besides the centers, we are also training as many therapists as we can so that you can have not just this home practice, but have a speech pathologist who is trained in your area. For the counting, we're going to do something a little bit differently today. We're going to count by 2s. We're going to count by 2s to 20, okay? We will stop, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. We'll stop at 10 and then 20. Here we go. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. Let's do that again. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. We're lifting our voice. That makes the vocal folds move in a certain way. So we don't want to do 2, 4, 6. We also don't want to do one number on every breath. So we don't want 2, 4, 6. Try to connect as many as you can. Take a quick breath whenever you need to. Let's do it again. Start with 2. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. Good job. Let's take a sip of water. All right, we're going to move on. By the way, if you are new to this broadcast, whenever I turn to the side, I have 2 screens in front of me, so that's where I'm picking up the reading material. I just love this picture. I'm having note cards made with this picture on it. It is just phenomenal. Fantastic. All right, let's read these sentences. We are coordinating the breathing muscles with the vocal folds, with the lips and the tongue, our articulators. Make sure to stretch out the highlighted word. We purposefully do that. It makes you think about it. You have to say it in a different way. You're using intent. Here we go. We'll read each sentence twice. Yesterday, we announced the first therapy and research centers. Again, yesterday we announced the first therapy and research centers. Why don't we say it with a lot more enthusiasm? Ready? Like you're really excited. Ready? Yesterday we announced the first therapy and research centers. Good job. Next one. The centers will be located. Oh, sorry. See, that was my automatic. Let's read it again. The centers will be in Arizona, Arkansas, Colorado, and Connecticut. Read that again. The centers will be in Arizona, Arkansas, Colorado, and Connecticut. Ready? They'll also be in Florida, Georgia, and Pennsylvania. Read it again with more enthusiasm. They'll also be in Florida, Georgia, and Pennsylvania. Next, Massachusetts, Michigan, and Missouri will also have a center. Again, Massachusetts, Michigan, and Missouri will also have a center. Good job. There will be a center in Nebraska, New York, and North Dakota. Again, there will be a center in Nebraska, New York, and North Dakota. Next, Utah, Washington, and West Virginia will have a center. Read it with more intent. Utah, Washington, and West Virginia will have a center. Very nice. Take a sip of water. All right, we're going to move on to the cognitive exercise. Now we're going to answer these questions, and every word will be with intent. The first one is, describe the benefits of teletherapy. Teletherapy is receiving speech therapy online. Think about it for a moment, even if you haven't had an opportunity to go through a speak out session online. What is the benefit of teletherapy versus in-person treatment, physically going into a clinic? Go ahead and describe that with intent. There are a lot of benefits to online therapy. If you haven't tried it yet, I really like it because I can share videos and other resources with the patient. So, for example, I can take them to our website and show them the exercises, show them the sing-along, show them where the webinar is. I can also share like swallowing videos. And before, when I did that in person, I would have to say, well, I'm going to send you an email with some resources. But now I can share my screen. So that's just one of the benefits of therapy. Also, it's so much easier for family to participate. We need our spouses, siblings, adult children, close friends to be a part of this, and they can just hop on a Zoom call. It's so much easier. Think about it. Adult children might have to take a half day off work if they wanted to accompany their parent for a speech evaluation, and now they can just hop on the Zoom call for 30 minutes. All right, now, do you know this? What is the difference between one of the centers and another clinic that offers Speak Out? So what's the difference between a center and somewhere else that offers Speak Out? Because Speak Out is offered at many different places. Are you using your best voice? And if you don't know the answer, I still want you to say, I have no idea, but I want you to say it with intent. Speak Out is offered in hundreds, thousands of different clinics across the U.S. and abroad. But the difference is that a center is going to specialize in online treatment so they can treat anybody in their state. Even if you're 300 miles from the center, you can still receive treatment. And they're not going to charge for their services. So this is very important for people who don't have insurance, or for people, let's say you're on Medicare and you used up all your funding on physical therapy, and Medicare is saying, we're sorry, you have to wait until January to start your speech therapy. You don't have to do that. You can go to a center and they're not going to be billing. All right, next question. How does someone with Parkinson's find a speak out provider? Answer the question with lots of intent. A speak out provider is a speech language pathologist who has been trained in our program. I want to show you our website real quickly. So up at the top, if you didn't get to watch the announcement and see where all the different grant sites are, it's really neat to see all the different countries where the 364 grant sites are. So you can click that blue box to watch the announcement, okay? And then if you scroll all the way to the bottom, here it is, find a speech language pathologist, and you go ahead and click this button. Now, I will tell you that this provider listing is new, so we're still working out some grammatical issues and we want to make it even better. But let me just show you. So if you're in the United States, you can, at the top, you pick your country, okay? Your country, all right? And then down here, if you're in the U.S., it says select a state. I'm going to select, let's say, Arkansas, and I click the box, find a provider in Arkansas. And when I go to that page, first of all, if a state has a center, you will see the center first. So here it is, Speak Out Therapy and Research Center. Again, if you are homebound, you can't travel to a clinic. If you don't have transportation and can't get to a clinic. If you live in a rural area in Arkansas and can't get to a clinic. If you don't have insurance, you can call the center. And then we have all of these other providers in Arkansas too. So you can look at them and find the one closest to you. Any of them, do you see this green here where it says teletherapy provider, okay? Any of the ones that say teletherapy provider, that means that they are providing treatment online and they can treat anybody in their state. Okay, that is so important. That's a new feature of our provider listing, is it will tell you who is a teletherapy provider. Very important, because it won't matter where you live in that state. Okay, take a sip of water. We're going to do Dr. Boone's words, and then we're going to do our bonus reading, which is going to list all the different universities. I know we're spending more time educating you today, but it is so important that all of you find a Speak Out provider to work one-on-one with, and then practice with us for your home practice. All right, Dr. Boone's words. We're going to enunciate these words with intent. Here we go. Gu la gung ga ga. Gu la gung ga ga. Next. Ku ka man gu ka. Ku ka man gu ka. Next. Gangla. Gangla. And the next one. Kukla. Kukla. Good job. If you need water, go ahead and get it. And I just want to mention, as far as somebody not having insurance, for example, there are a number of young onset people with Parkinson's, people who are not old enough to be on Medicare. And it is not uncommon for some of their insurance plans to cover speech therapy for a child, but not for an adult. And so these patients, before now, they haven't been able to get the treatment, or they have had to pay out of pocket for the therapy, which can be very costly, especially for a young onset person with Parkinson's who has teenagers or college-age kids. And so what happens is they end up not doing speech therapy, and we don't want that. So now they can all go to a center. Let's read these names with us. Here are where the first 16 therapy and research centers are. Let's read them with our best voice. Andrews University is in Barron Springs, Michigan. Next. Arizona State University is in Tempe, Arizona. Next. Arkansas State University is in Jonesboro, Arkansas. Next. Eastern Washington University is in Spokane, Washington. Spokane or Spokane? Spokane, maybe. I don't know. Tell me if you live there. Next, Georgia Southern University is in Savannah, Georgia. It was so nice yesterday. I have to tell you this very quickly. We received a message from someone named Georgia who lives in Georgia, and she needed to know where she could get treated. It was so nice to be able to know that we had a center there and we knew where to refer her. That was amazing. Next, Marshall University is in Huntington, West Virginia. Next, Metropolitan State University of Denver is in Denver, Colorado. Stretch out those highlighted words. Northeastern University is in Boston, Massachusetts. Next, Pennsylvania State University is in State College, Pennsylvania. Next, Sacred Heart University is in Bridgeport, Connecticut. Next, St. Louis University is in St. Louis, Missouri. Next, University at Buffalo is in Buffalo, New York. Use your best voice. We're exercising the muscles we're using for speaking and for swallowing. Ready? University of Mary is in Bismarck, North Dakota. Next, University of Nebraska, Omaha is in Omaha, Nebraska. Next, University of South Florida is in Tampa, Florida. Sorry for that typo. Let's read it again with intent. University of South Florida is in Tampa, Florida. And final, University of Utah is in Salt Lake City, Utah. Congratulations to our first 16 Speak Out Therapy and Research Centers. These are a group of compassionate speech-language pathologists and their universities that are servant leaders and are ready to help the Parkinson's communities all throughout their states. This is all part of Parkinson Voice Project's $20 million campaign to reach America. We've raised $11 million so far. In June is when we're going to raise money again, and I'm going to be asking all of you for your help so that we can raise the full $20 million and have a Speak Out Therapy and Research Center in every state. That is our goal. Thank you for joining me today. Please watch the formal announcement from our website if you haven't yet. Share it with your family, friends, other people. Let's get the word out. Thank you.